Just talk about the way you won this game tonight with a bit of an edge, with some early goals. How much did that help this team all the way around?
Yeah, I think I said it last time. Scoring first is huge, and it helps you get momentum. The guys came out hot, and it was great. They were taking exception with some of our players, and I thought it was really helpful for us to play a little bit more with an edge there, and made us feel more together. It's a great start here.
Yeah, a lot of guys on the score sheet, but a lot of guys contributing in other ways as well with some of that physicality. It seemed like there was 100% buy-in tonight.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we went into their building and lost twice and got shut out once. That's never a good feeling. So you don't want to get beat by a team 3 times in a season, especially with the position we're in. So it was good to get that one.
Adam, the position you're in, how did you guys want to approach this game? I don't know if you know the standing situation or playoff situation or what, but how did you want to play this game?
Yeah, we know the situation we're in. We see the standings. We still got to give ourselves the best chance to get in. We put ourselves in a tough position, but our goal is to win out the rest of the season, obviously, and try and put ourselves in the best position possible to maybe have a chance to get into the playoffs. That's still the goal.
Adam, no matter how the whole thing turns out, how important is it for you guys right now this season to figure out how to play playoff hockey, like you said, for maybe the bigger picture that we're looking at here?
Yeah, it's huge. You want to be able to play a style that's going to be useful throughout the whole season into the playoffs and get deep in the playoffs. That's our goal. I think we've been doing a great job of it. We've had some lulls, and you can't really afford that. I mean, early in the season with the Cali trip or the last however many games or whatever it was, you can't have that. And I think teams that win championships and teams that are in the positions that we want to be in don't do that as often or at all. So our goal is to eliminate those and play a consistent style of hockey.
Yeah, I think we're a desperate team right now, and I think it showed early on. I think for us getting first goals, it's big for our confidence. Kind of play a bit mean, a bit with some swagger. So it was a great team when everybody played great up and down the lineup. Elvis made some big stops for us. A lot of guys playing with some bite, regardless of the size or who you are. So it was good to see.
Get the first one and then compound it with another one. That's got to just pile on that confidence, right?
Yeah, I think we're a team where we get one and then it's we can kind of start rolling. We can get our big guns in it. Our power play was great tonight. Everybody did a great job.
And just real quickly on your goal, that wasn't a fourth liner's goal. That wasn't a grinder goal. That was a goal scorer's goal right there.
Yeah, I mean, I've scored some goals in my years, so it's nice. It was nice to score, a goal that wasn't in the paint tonight. So it felt good. It was a great play by Matty, and Reeser driving the net, opening it up for me. So it was a great team goal.
Justin, you probably are aware, I don't know if you know the math or you look at the standings every day, but it's not looking great necessarily. What's the attitude in a game like this? Just make sure you leave everything out there.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of character in this room. There's no quit. We didn't come this far just to give up and feel sorry for ourselves. That's not the kind of team we are and not kind of people we are. So regardless of what happens, we're going to finish strong for our fans and for each other.
And that game had an edge to it almost right from the start. How much did that help you guys as a team?
Yeah, it's fun games to play. Playoff type, a lot of emotion. I thought our group did really well handling it. Obviously, they try to get some calls out there, which is fair. They can do that, but Kill did a good job today, and obviously power play came up big. So a lot of edge in this game, and thought we responded really well.
And how much did it help you guys relax, not just to get the first goal, but to get the first two?
Yeah, it's good. Obviously, lately it's been a little harder coming by some goals, and especially the first one in the game. So it's good to start off the right way, and obviously kind of set the tone for the rest of the game there.
How do you want to approach a game like this when you know what the situation is standings-wise? You probably can't lose.
Yeah.
Again, you just empty the tank.
Yeah, we can't lose, so you just got to play like you can't lose pretty much until there's an E or an X next to our name. I've said this before. Until it's decided, we have to play like we have a chance, and obviously give ourselves the best chance to get in. So tonight was a good first step until the end of the year.
You were a fight away from Gordie Howe. Can you say how many invitations were extended at some point tonight?
No, I didn't. I just played the game that was in front of me. Obviously, I know that guys can choose now. So I got to be smart about it, and that's fine. That's their right, and you go about your business and play the game hard. And if it comes by and it happens, so be it. If not, just play the game and do your job.
At the end of the year, focused like almost 100% or 100% only on team stuff right now, but scoring 18 goals at this point, I mean, just being able to prove so far that you can be an offensive contributor, how good does that feel? Right?
Yeah, it's I've said this before, but it's a day-to-day thing. Obviously, I've been waiting a long time to contribute that way, and the guys that do it consistently, they reset every day, and it's a battle every time you come in the ring to get better and to not take for granted what's going on out there. So obviously it's enjoyable. It's fun to contribute in different ways, but you got to start over every day, and that's been my mindset all year, and it'll continue to be that way.
I mean, I'm sure it never gets old. How much fun is it to see guys who, yourself, Danforth, others who who play that kind of grinding style, put the puck in the net and come up with high skill plays to do it? Yeah,
it is. It's fun to see. Obviously, I think this time of year we're getting closer and closer to playoff hockey, and it's teams are so dialed defensively that it's hard to create space out there. So you have to find a way to get those dirty goals and those good bounces going for you, and that goes with going to the hard areas and playing really simple. So obviously, being a straightforward kind of grinder style, like you say, it fits playoff hockey really well. So we just try to, like I said earlier, just try to contribute in any way we can.
Dean, did scoring first allow you to play with an edge, or did you guys come out with an attitude tonight that allowed you to get those early goals?
I think a little of both. And I think it was a bit of a chippy game too, and I think that got us engaged. And we talked after the game to the team that we need to do that on a consistent basis, not have something happen in order for us to get. But I do think we started that way. I think we had some bite in our game right away as well. So a little bit of both.
Dean, knowing the situation you're up against, playoff picture-wise, how did you want them to approach this game? Was there a message delivered in that respect?
Mm-hmm. We used different words in the locker room, but basically to play with great confidence and have some, like you just said, some bite, and just play with an edge that we're good too. And I think we lost that a little bit. And again, we've gone over the last games. We talked about it this morning, and we've gone over the games. And yeah, we haven't scored, but the way that we've played is not poorly, but we didn't play with that little bite, that little extra edge that we had tonight. And we have to play like that the rest of the way. We have a chance. I mean, you guys know the numbers better than I do, and maybe we will talk about it tomorrow, but we're not mathematically eliminated, so we're going to play freaking hard every night.
That seemed to be Elvis's best game that he started in a little while. How key was that for you guys to get the solid goaltending play tonight?
We got solid game from everybody. That's the important thing. If you want to talk about Elvis, he's competed his ass off all year. He's done that. He'll continue to do that. But the team did that here tonight.
Dean, just how much do you love having Mathieu Olivier, not only with the physical presence when there's a chippy game, but then also the offense that he's able to contribute up to 18
Yeah,
goals now?
very unique player, obviously, and clearly why we signed him to a contract. He's a rare breed for sure. So yeah, we love that he can beat the snot out of people and be physical and still score goals and score assists and block shots and kill penalties, and yeah, it's good.
Your first goal tonight's from Dmitry Voronkov. It's been a while since he scored a goal.
I heard that.
Just, I mean, he for a long stretch there, he'd be a big part of this team's offensive attack, production-wise. How important is it as we go forward here to kind of get that more consistently, if you can, out of him in particular?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe the numbers weren't there as of late or whatever, and maybe they are because Boone Jenner came back, and maybe there's a little bit of a role shift and what have you. He still played the right way. You think of the block shot that he makes there when it's 5-1, I think it is, or whatever. He just he's still doing all the right things. And again, we've talked. We don't stress the players or like one-on-one. You got to score. You got to play the right way. And how many goals does he have? 20. He's got 20 goals. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Production. So yeah, he's gonna have. Your guys are gonna have dips. You're gonna have a little lull, but he was still playing the right way through it all. But to see him score tonight, sure, it was great.
You say a quick word about Erica Branson, 800 NHL games, the role that he plays, and what has he meant to you since his return?
Yeah, just even tonight, like watching his game, and since he's come back, he's heavy, right? He's we don't got a lot of size back there, and he provides that for us. He's big, he's strong, he skates, he's very physical in front of the net, and some people talk about it's not the same, and I do too. It's not like back in the day where it's really a hard area, but there is an element of that, and you can provide that in front of the net, which he does. And he's a presence in our room. He's a leader. He's a veteran guy. Clearly, 800 games is a fantastic career, and his is still going.